Today's horoscope, Pisces April 17, 2022. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money, and compatibility with other signs. Today's transits improve communicating and connecting. There is wisdom in your approach. Also today, Mars enters your partnership sector for a stay until May 24th, animating your close relationships. In fact, your relationships can be an area of much excitement and perhaps some commotion in the weeks ahead. People rile you up, frustrating you at times and motivating you other times. Fortunately, friction doesn't have to be difficult. Some push and pull can eventually get you to a better feeling of balance or equality. Plus, you have Venus in the same area of your solar chart, helping smooth things over. Problems that have been left unacknowledged or festering tend to surface, and this means you can take care of them once and for all. It can also be a time in which you have more courage to pursue a relationship if you are identifying with the Mars energy rather than giving it away to others. Your love horoscope. It is very easy to hide behind a veil of indifference and coldness, and it is the planetary aspect that is forming will probably compound this. It does not feel very pleasant for you or the other person concerned. It is worth making an effort to break through this barrier and move toward open communication, even if it is a little awkward for a while. Your career horoscope. Making decisions regarding your professional commitments and working relationships is insanely fluid now that Mars is in your opposite sign, Pisces. You will know when you have had enough or when something feels right. As new clients, working relationships, agreements, and opportunities come up, listen to your intuition. Do you feel like it could lead to something wonderful? If so, pursue the professional arrangement, but do not rush through the details. In addition to new professional commitments, you should also let go of emotionally taxing responsibilities and working relationships, if you can do so. Your finance horoscope. While the moon will return to your income sector during Mars' final hours in your work sector, but too late to connect, over the coming days it will form a friendly aspect to the planets that are staying on in order to regroup. This not only begins the lead up to a full moon in your income sector, but something that can energize things across the income, work, and career fronts. Social life today. Don't allow yourself to become overwhelmed just because you don't have the precise answer to every problem straight away. Keep a calm exterior, avoid making your problems worse. Often even serious catastrophes are over just as quickly as they arise. Your dating horoscope. You're swimming through a sea of friends right now, and their help makes life considerably easier for you. If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to ask one or more. You'll get it right away. Flirting tips. One way to alleviate the stress you might feel is to approach life in a more playful way and try to brighten up your situation, but don't expect to receive too much credit for your efforts. Instead, whatever you do, you're scrutinized, your motives examined, and you find yourself having to defend all your actions. Lucky numbers 6, 17, 23, 39, 42. Your well-being horoscope. Today it becomes apparent just how dedicated you are to home and family. Family is a cornerstone in your life, or will be at some point. The most critical issue concerning families is health. Whether you are parent or child, your health is bound to mean the world to someone else. Why not have a handle on how to take care of yourself to the best of your abilities? Know your limits and be active and creative about your health. It will do you and your family much good. Your daily numeroscope. Take care that any feelings of boredom you've had lately don't lead you to do things you will regret. There's a vibration happening today, and this can encourage you to act in far riskier ways than usual. If there's something amiss in your life or relationships, seek the most constructive approach to working things out. Acting rashly or impulsively can lead to even more trouble than the boredom you started with. Think things through carefully before you act to prevent complications. Daily planetary overview. Yesterday's full moon in Libra aspects authoritative Saturn and transformative Pluto, which can bring out a lot of intense emotions. For starters, we might feel as though we have to be the adult in charge of matters. This means we'll be more inclined to bury our emotions and be direct with people. Using your power or position to command authority could ruffle a few feathers. The Pluto component adds power struggles and intense feelings like jealousy to relationships. You might feel like the only way to make your point is to assert your will. Keep in mind that this isn't the best way to handle a situation, because others will definitely resist and perhaps act out. The good news is that you can change the dynamic, but only if you're open to growth and transformation. Sky for today. Just before dawn, the Libra full moon encourages us to achieve balance in our relationships. In the 2 weeks that have elapsed since the March 31st Aries new moon, we've adopted a rigorous approach to pursuing our goals, and in the process, our words, actions, and intentions have become aligned. Our originality and inner strength have been affirmed. Our confidence has been amplified as we see immediate results from our efforts. Yet, at this juncture, it becomes apparent that we do not exist in a vacuum. We must form alliances to help us navigate this new landscape. The moon now trines Saturn in Aquarius, offering reverence and respect for tradition. The best partnerships are those born of mutual regard, and we can benefit from deferring to the expertise of elders. However, the moon also squares Pluto, dredging up fears of failure that can prompt us to act destructively. Becoming more mindful of how and why our scales are being tipped is part of the lunar medicine. Our challenge is to hold space for others' agendas while refusing to backpedal on our own. In this way, we find ourselves in supportive company. The moon enters its voidal course following its mid-afternoon square to Pluto, lasting about 2.5 hours. During this time, we may feel like we are in a space of suspended animation, forced to confront emotions that can no longer be bypassed for our own well-being. Once the moon enters Scorpio in the early evening, we plunge fully into our interior depths. Over the next 2 days, we are more private, and our headspace may seem impenetrable to others. Yet, what matters is the attitude we bring to our psychological excavation process. Through our analysis, we avoid being ruled by that which we fear, and reject the notion that we should permit our life story to be steered by our secrets.